जाए, अपने आप को जानो। राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर तुम पालो अपना बसेरा। ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। ज्ञान यज्ञ से प्रकट हुई अद्भुत योग की ज्वाला। हर आत्मा पुण्य हुई जब पिया अमृत प्याला। शिव ने शांति भरा कलश, शिव ने शांति भरा कलश ब्रह्मा मुख से छलकाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आब पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। विश्व शांति दूत शिव ने चारों ओर पहुँचाए। शांति की किरणों से जग के दुख और पाप मिटाए। शांति का भंडार शिव ने, शांति का भंडार शिव ने जन जन तक पहुँचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। सब अशांत थे आशा आई, पाके शिव का सहारा। प्रेम शीतलता सुख का उसने बोध कराया न्यारा। त्राही त्राही करता था मानव, त्राही त्राही करता था मानव, तृप्त गुणों से पाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। भारत में आबू पर्वत पर शांति कुंड रचाया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया। शांति सागर शांति का संसार रचाने आया।
Om Shanti, good morning. You can understand from the song that about the topic that Baba speaks about in today's Murli. So peace is your original religion, and true peace is found in the land of peace. You can't attain the true peace here because this is the land of sin. So when the soul gets stabilized in the religion of peace and the soul performs actions, then the soul receives that peace and happiness. Of course, the soul experiences that complete peace in that land of peace, that is the supreme abode. Another topic which is chosen by Baba is people say that they understand this topic, whereas they actually don't. That is, the God comes once at the confluence stage and he explains to his children. Of course, this is also experienced by you children. How people think that's actually not the reality, and they don't even have the accurate understanding of what is a sinful action and what's a charitable action, because they don't know the difference between these two types of actions. So when you understand God, because he gives you the knowledge of these kinds of actions, and then he purifies you and takes you to that land of purity. So from when did such sinful actions begin? So Baba just gives a different answer. The moment you started defaming God, so the sinful action started from that time. Of course, we perform sinful actions when we are under the influence of body consciousness. They don't even understand that they are defaming God. They don't even believe that that's the sinful action. Whereas Baba comes at this confluence age and Baba just explains very clearly. So today's date is 15th April. Essence, sweet children, your original religion is peace, and true peace is found in the land of peace. Tell everyone, what do we have to do? We have to stabilize ourselves in our original religion. We shouldn't let go of that quality. Whatever promises we made, that we always make this promise to remain pure and peaceful. So it's okay to let go of our lives rather than letting go of these two qualities. Question: what knowledge does only the one Father have, which only you study at this time? Answer: the knowledge of sin and charity. When the people of Bharat start to insult the Father, they become sinful souls. When they know the Father and the Brahma, they become charitable souls. Even if you know the drama, you can become charitable action. You will not be able to become a charitable soul if you don't understand the drama. Only at this time do you children study this study. You know that only the one Father is the bestower of salvation for all. Human beings can't grant salvation, that is the liberation in life, to human beings. Song: take us away from this world of sin to a place of rest and comfort. Om Shanti. The Father sits here and explains to you children that this is a world of sinful souls. Only of Bharat can it be said that it was a world of charitable souls when there was the kingdom of deities. This Bharat was a land of happiness. There were no other lands, there was just one Bharat. There was comfort and happiness in the golden age, and it was called heaven. This is called hell. People don't even understand when heaven was there and what's the difference between hell and heaven. When it's the time of heaven starts, Bharat was heaven and it has become hell. They believe that heaven is just above and hell is just beneath the earth. So Baba says, how can there be comfort, that is peace and happiness, in hell? The iron age is called hell. The end of iron age is called, that is, those end moments are called the extreme depths of hell. That is, it is called the land of sorrow. When Bharat was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan, it was a land of happiness. The household religion of the people of Bharat was purity. There was purity, peace and happiness, and also a lot of wealth. So you receive that peace, happiness, that abundance on the basis of the purity. The same Bharat has now become impure, and all have become vicious. This is a land of sorrow. Bharat used to be the land of happiness. You don't use this title for any other continent or any other country, that was the land of happiness once upon a time. It's only referred to this land of Bharat. So Baba says Bharat used to be a land of happiness, whereas the place where we souls reside is the land of peace. Peace can only be found in that land of peace. It's only that souls can remain peaceful. That's also called the sweet home, the incorporeal world. It's the home of souls. When we souls reside there, we are in peace. Because at that time there the soul experiences complete peace. Because when thoughts are there, then we are pulled towards the actions, then that place can't be called the land of peace. Peace can only be found in that land of peace. It can't be found by going into forests. The land of peace is that place that is in the golden age. There is peace as well as happiness. Here in the land of sorrow, there can't be any peace. Everyone just tries to bring peace, but it's highly impossible. Actions are performed in the land of happiness too, and they have to play their roles with their bodies. Not a single human being in this land of sorrow has any happiness or peace. This is the reality of this world. However rich, however powerful, however a high position he may have, but Baba says they can't experience that peace and happiness. This is an impure and corrupt land, and which is why they call out to the purifier. However, no one knows the Father, which is why they have become orphans. Because of being orphans, they continue to fight and quarrel among themselves. Pope is an American, but he has done so much service in South America and other countries, and he is very well aware of the condition of the world. So he said, you have to just put an end to the war, but no one listens to his words. What did the president of US say? He responded to him saying that you don't have any authority to even say, what do you know about politics? Then the Pope's response that I don't want to get into an argument, but I know by killing anyone you don't receive any peace. The only way to attain peace is to sort out the things. Because he is very firm that whatever is right, that only will be said. So we can find even such people in the world, those who aren't scared about saying the right things. So Baba says, because of becoming orphans, they continue to fight and quarrel among themselves. There is so much sorrow, peacelessness and violence. Baba had mentioned in Sakar Murlis of 1960s, but we could witness such scenes. This is the kingdom of Ravan, and they ask for the kingdom of Rama. In the kingdom of Ravan, there is neither peace nor happiness. In the kingdom of Rama, there are both happiness and peace. They would never fight among themselves there. What do Baba's children do? They are establishing that world of peace and happiness. When we are at the confluence age, and when we are experiencing that internal happiness, and when we become an embodiment of peace, then we'll be able to bring that world in. The five vices don't exist there, but they exist here. The first and the main vice is body consciousness, then there is lust and the anger. When Bharat was heaven, there were no vices. There were all soul conscious there. All human beings have become body conscious. The deities were soul conscious. Human beings with body consciousness can never give anyone happiness. Baba has said it very right that Baba says human beings with body consciousness can never give anyone happiness. They only cause and continue to cause one another sorrow. Don't think that any millionaire or multimillionaire or billionaire is happy. No. All of that is the pomp of Maya. This is the kingdom of Maya. The great Mahabharat war is in front of you for its destruction. What is the current time? So Baba says the war is in front of us. The gates of heaven will open after that. Then after half a cycle, the gates of hell will open. These things aren't mentioned in the scriptures. The people of Bharat say, when we perform devotion, we will find God. Baba says, nowadays, Baba mentions in today's Murli, as well as he had already mentioned in the Murli which was read a few days back, that when you perform devotion, you have fallen completely down. It's then that I have to come to establish heaven. What does he do when he comes? Baba comes to make Bharat into heaven. How did Bharat, that was heaven, become hell? Ravan made it that you received the kingdom from the God of the Gita. You ruled the kingdom of heaven for 21 births. Then Bharat went from... How many of you are happy that God is establishing that world. We aren't made worthy of going into that kingdom, but of course we will rule there. So how many of you are happy about this? Yeah, many of you have this faith that of course you have the experience that, and you are occupied in the task of establishing that world. Then Bharat went from the copper age into the iron age, that is, there was the stage of descending. That's why everyone continues to call out, "O purifier, come." Impure human beings can't receive peace or happiness in this impure world. Baba says it very clearly. How do you receive happiness, and what's the reason? What's the cause of the sorrow? They continue to receive so much sorrow. Today, their money is stolen. Today, they become bankrupt. Today, they become ill. There is nothing but sorrow. You are now making effort to claim your inheritance of peace and happiness. You are making effort to receive the inheritance of heaven from the Father. Only the one Father makes you constantly happy. Human beings may give you temporary happiness, or which can last for some time, but there is only one Baba who just gives us that inheritance of happiness. Who makes you constantly unhappy? It is Ravan who makes you constantly unhappy. The people of Bharat don't know these things. There is nothing of sorrow in the golden age. You never have to cry there. Neither that is visible or invisible. There is constant happiness and nothing but happiness there. There is no body consciousness, no lust or anger, until on the path of devotion. It's always said that you donate the vices so that you will be liberated from the eclipse. So we always believed that when we give the donation to either saints or sannyasis, we feel that we become free from the influence of that eclipse that Baba says. Make a donation, those omens will be removed. At this time, there are the omens of an eclipse over the whole of Bharat. Unless you donate these 5 vices, you can't become the 16 celestial degrees complete deities. This is the biggest eclipse under which the entire world is caught. So Baba says, just donate your vices, you will be liberated. The Father is the bestower of salvation for all. People say they can't be salvation without the Guru. However, they don't understand the meaning of salvation. Liberation and salvation of human beings, that is liberation and liberation in life, only the Father can grant that. There is only one Father who just grants salvation to everyone. And now it's the time for everyone's salvation. Delhi is called the New Delhi and Old Delhi. However, it's not the new now. There will be New Delhi in that new world. In the old world, there is Old Delhi. Truly, there were the banks of the river Jamuna, and Delhi was a land of angels. That was the golden age when the deities used to rule. Now, in the old world, there is Old Delhi. There was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the new world. The people of Bharat have forgotten this. When it was New Bharat and New Delhi, it used to be their kingdom. There were no other lands at that time. No one knows this. The government doesn't teach this. They know that the history is incomplete. We say that it's incomplete. From the Copper Age, it starts from when the Islamist or Buddhist came. No one knows about the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan. Only the Father sits here and explains how the cycle of the whole world turns. When Bharat was heaven, it was the golden age. And now look at what the same Bharat has become. Who can make Bharat become like a diamond again? The Father says, when you souls have become completely sinful, I come to make you into charitable souls. Baba is also bound by the bond. Baba definitely comes and he just creates that pure world. This drama that no one knows is predestined. No one but the Father can give this knowledge. Only the Father is knowledgeful. He comes and teaches you. Human beings can never grant salvation to human beings. When you were deities, you only gave happiness to one another. There wasn't anyone ill or deceased. The one who just gives is deity. Here everyone is deceased. However young one may be, everyone has the health issues. The Father has now come to make it into heaven once again. The Father creates heaven and the Ravan creates hell. Baba explains the difference between the Ravan's kingdom and Baba's kingdom. This is a play that no one knows. The knowledge of the scriptures is just philosophy, the path of devotion, and that's not the path to salvation. This is not the philosophy of the scriptures. If you just ask one, they just give you a response. They just make you confused. That's why Baba says the knowledge of the scriptures is just philosophy and that's not the path to salvation. But this isn't the philosophy of the scriptures. The Father doesn't relate the scriptures. It's a spiritual knowledge. The Father is the spiritual Father and He is the Father of souls. The Father says, I am the seed of the human world and this is why I am knowledgeful. I know the age of this human world tree, how it grows and how the path of devotion begins. I give you children during the beginning when Brahma Baba was granted visions about the tree, about the cycle. Then the other Vishwarathan ji had actually prepared those pictures and so many secrets related to the knowledge were explained. Just sit in silence and just take a glance of that. You will get answer to many of the questions. Respected Dadi Janki ji was in Pune and she was interested in pictures. If you just take a look at that is the frame which is about that is Shiva, who is the father of all the souls. I think it was of this size which was sent there. Dadi and Sarla Didi both were, they used to do yoga, and they used to give that drishti to that, and they used to discuss among themselves that what did you understand and what are the new things that you got from these pictures. Dadi's speciality was to find out the new things and the different ways that Baba explains. And you have to see that how Baba explains the new aspects from the knowledge, and that is the way how your intellect gets opened. So that the picture that is in the human world tree, on the top of that the two cats fight, that was made at the beginning of the time, and today we are seeing it in reality. I give you children this knowledge and make you into the masters of the world, and then you become the masters. Only once do you receive this knowledge, and then it disappears. There is no need of this knowledge in the golden and the silver ages. Only you Brahmins have this knowledge. The deities don't have this knowledge. So this knowledge can't exist from the time immemorial. Only once do you children receive this knowledge, through which you become liberated in life. You receive your inheritance from the Father. Many come to you and ask how to find peace of mind. However, it's wrong to ask this. Just as the body has organs, so the mind and the intellect both are the organs of the soul. How just Baba gives us the introduction of our own religion. Only the Father comes and changes souls from those with stone intellects into those with the divine intellects. How Baba's, just like Baba gets that touching, and how the soul gradually understands each and every aspect. Only the Father comes and makes you. And that lasts for the golden and the silver ages. How long that divine intellect continues? So Baba says that will last for golden as well as the silver age. Then they become those with stone intellects. Now from being those with the stone intellects, you are now once again becoming those with the divine intellects. Your divine intellects had alloy mixed into them. So how can your intellects become divine again? The Father says, O souls, remember me alone. Baba inspires that. He says that, O souls, just remember Baba alone, then you will receive his touchings, then your intellect becomes divine. And you will become pure and come to me by staying on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Ask those who ask you, how can there be peace of mind? Ask them, tell them, this is a land of sorrow, and how can there be peace here? This is the land of sorrow because the vices exist here. Only from the unlimited Father can you receive the inheritance. When you have the company of Ravan, you become impure, then you become pure through the Father in a second. because it's a matter of a second to realize and to get the Baba's touchings. You have now come to claim your inheritance of liberation in life from the Father. The Father gives you your inheritance of liberation in life. And what does Ravan do? Today's entire Murli is between the contrast. It's the contrast. The Ravan curses you with the bondage in life. And this is why there is nothing but sorrow. The drama has to be known. No one can have peace and happiness in this land of sorrow. Peace is the original religion of our souls, and the land of peace is the home of us, home of all souls. The soul says, my original religion is peace. I don't play this body that is here. I just remain seated. For how long would I remain seated? Actions have to be performed. Until human beings understand this drama, they will remain unhappy. What's the consequence of not understanding the drama? We will remain unhappy. Baba says that. That's interesting aspect, that once you understand the drama, the soul can become pure, the soul can remain happy, and you will be liberated from every type of sorrow. The Father says, I am the Lord of the poor. Only the poor will come here. For the wealthy, it's heaven here. They don't have the happiness of heaven in their fortune. The Father says, I am the Lord of the poor. I make the wealthy poor and the poor wealthy. The wealthy can't attain such a high status because they have the intoxication of the wealth here. What's the reason for them not attaining that status? Instead, they can invest their resources in Baba's service. One of the richest people can just run the sacrificial fire. Whereas Baba says every penny of the poor people will be invested, that will be used in the sacrificial fire. The resources or the wealth of 1 or 2 or 4 people can't be used, but every penny of every soul, that will be used. They have the intoxication. We can do anything. Yes, they can become subjects. They will definitely go to heaven, but it's the poor that will attain a high status. The poor become who are poor. It's not about the financial aspect. The one who is liberated in a gross way as well as in a subtle way, they only keep Baba, nothing else. So the poor become wealthy. Those people have arrogance about being wealthy, but Baba says all of their wealth and properties to turn to dust. The destruction is going to take place. It takes a lot of effort to become soul conscious. At this time, everyone is body conscious. You now have to become soul conscious. The soul says, I have completed 84 births. The play is coming to an end and we have to return home. It's now the confluence of the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age. The Father says, I come every 5,000 years to make Bharat into a diamond once again. Only the Father can tell you this history and geography. Acha. the history and geography of the world. That's anyways, it's explained, but Baba explains in particular the history and geography of Bharat. Baba just explains very clearly in a brief manner. So, Acha to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. We spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bap Dada. So today you have wished Baba very well. I could hear that. And the essence for dharana, the first one, in order to claim your inheritance of liberation in life from the Father, definitely become pure while living in this land of sorrow. Keep the knowledge of this drama in your intellect and remain beyond sorrow. Second, renounce the intoxication of the wealth and property and make effort to remain soul conscious. A blessing, may you be fully surrendered and a trustee, so finish any trace of the progeny of the vices. When you put aside the property of your old sanskars for a time of need, Maya catches hold of you in one way or another. You can be caught by even a small piece of your old register. Maya is very sharp and her catching power is no less. Therefore, now finish even any trace of the progeny of vices. Let there not be any sign of your old treasures in any corner. And this is known as being fully surrendered trustee and being loving and cooperative with the Yajna. We shouldn't have any trace, because even the trace can create the progeny. So we should clear the entire account, because these vices aren't of any use for another half of the cycle, and so this is the time to bid farewell. Slogan: to have special love for someone because of his or her speciality is also attachment. They have so many specialities. We should look at the special, because when we look at the specialities, we always feel that let's be in that company. Baba says that's also the attachment. Today's Avyak signal: sweetness is greatness. By having this sweetness, any bitterness in one's mind or words finish, and the fire of anger cools down. Bap Dada wants to make all the children into cool deities. Therefore, imbibe the virtue of sweetness. Your face too should be sweet. Become full of the virtue of sweetness. Fill anyone who comes in front of you with your sweet words and powerful drishti. So we got to listen Baba's very wonderful aspects, that peace is our religion and the supreme abode is our land. So there is no need to wander here. Understand, realize the original form, understand the Father, then you can take the inheritance of peace. Om Shanti.
ओम शांति। जीवन के गेट नंबर 1 के पास जीवी मरीज हॉस्पिटल के रास्ते स्तन कैंसर जांच और जागरूकता केंद्र।
There is a screening center which is there near the gate number 1. So you can just visit there. All the brothers and sisters of all the three campuses. There is this Murli exam that is of the Baba's Milan. There are 10 Vyakt Murlis. There will be 100 objective questions. So you can just prepare. And your details can be registered from 1st May. And the evening meditation will be at conference hall from 6 to the evening meditation, which is from 6 to 8 p.m. That is at the conference hall. Let's remember Baba for 2 minutes. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Gulzar Ji. So, do you all wish to become an angel? Just not. Yeah, we are the ones we have to. We are the ones who are becoming, haven't we? Of course, we are. Definitely, we will become the angel for sure. So, within yourself, our nature and sanskars light, just like those of an angel's. Farishta means always light. If you are light, then whatever is the situation, whatever is the circumstance, you will be able to adjust to that. A Farishta can easily see and understand everyone's nature, and by staying light, a Farishta will give others what they need and help take them forward with him. Om Shanti.